Oh my God. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining us on the Soap Wire podcast.
Thank you for
So,
having us.
yes,
Yeah.
I'm so excited. So we're gonna I asked, of course, if any of the fans have questions, it's Tabyana, they have questions. So I want to make sure I get their questions in. For Haley first, what inspired you to tell this story? Never
Oh,
for the film.
um, this is my senior thesis project for my film production major because I go to LMU, and I previously made a project for my junior thesis that was like a dance film because I'm a dancer and I wanted to create an entire thing. So for my senior thesis, I was like, I want to do something not like on the simpler side, but I kind of wanted to do like a type of story that was like told through like a poem or like a narration because I love those type of movies and like those book adaptations. So I was like, what story do I want to do? So I took one of my old poems because I like to write poetry. I took one of my old poems and kind of just like blossomed it into a script. And I've always had different experiences or different yeah, just different experiences about Black love. And I just like knew I wanted to tell like a Black love story that was like our personal story and how I experienced it and how some of my friends have gone through different situationships and how that kind of turned out. So I thought it'd be great to share a message like that, especially at LMU, which, isn't like the most diverse
Mhm.
school to go to, but like I kind of just wanted to put it on film because a lot of people always ask me about, like different things relationship wise. And it's like, let me just make a film and then I could just be like, here, this is my thoughts on love, you know?
Fun. So what was the biggest challenge though of getting the film made?
I think the biggest challenge was the script because it had to be, I think our max for our class was like 15 minutes and my original story was like 25-ish pages. So like condensing the story in order to like continue the storyline and for it to still make sense. And then I think it was also just finding crew because like it was a very interesting weekend and Tabby's also busy and I knew I wanted her to play the character and it was just making sure everyone had enough time to put it together and have a crew and find everybody to be on this project. And I'm very grateful for everybody who did work on this project.
Okay. So the school supply you with the things you needed, like the equipment you needed to make the
Oh,
film?
100%.
Oh, okay.
The equipment is from LMU, and you're supposed to use all of your classmates and your year to crew the film. And then when it comes to actors, you're allowed to go look for whoever you want. So it was still very much a school production. And then we got to put our own spice on everything as our
Oh,
final senior thesis project.
that's dope. And then Tabyana, what about the script made you say, yeah, of course. Besides, I know she's your girl, but
Right. I was like, yeah, well, I really thought it was tastefully done.
Mhm.
And it was something that I looked at and I thought this was very amazing. And to get a different perspective on like what she's saying of Black love. And I don't know how much I can say, but I know as a Black girl, we all have had these experiences when it comes to love of maybe not feeling like the most wanted
Mhm.
either from complexion or hair or social economics, whatever the case may be, there's always something that kind of makes us feel a little inadequate. And it takes some time for us to learn, like, none of that matters. And the love that I need is really within me. And then if I want the external thing too, it does still start with me. I still need the love to come from me to then get it. And somebody will love me the way I love myself.
Mhm.
Oh, hey, Ashley.
Ashley, yeah, she's one of the co-hosts of Soapwire. She's joining in. Hey, Ashley. Hi,
um,
everyone.
Hey.
So yeah, I think that was a thing that really drew me to it because it's just an experience that we have felt before and we've seen before and we've dealt with before in the sense of like the Black women community.
Yeah.
And so I thought it'd be nice to see this represented. And Haley knows like as we were shooting it, I was like, oh my God, this is hurting me. This is hurting me because I just think we've been there. What she was talking about, it resonated and it hit home. And it was like, dang, oh,
So how will
God.
we
Sorry.
get to see it? Only can the class see it, or it'll be posted somewhere?
We do our thesis and we have like a test screening for our class. And
Mm,
then if you want to move on to film festivals, you can and continue to work on it. Right now, it's still in post-production, but I would like to take it to film festivals. I'm
mm.
just still redoing the sound and color. And then once we get done with that, we could take it to festivals and see how it does. Hopefully, I get accepted into somewhere. But yeah, I feel like
Yes.
that would be my next step with the film.
That's awesome. Yeah, we're going to manifest that.
We're gonna
So,
manifest.
yes. So Tabyana, how is this character different than anything that you've done before?
Um, Bonnie is, I don't know if she's so much different from the other characters that I have played before. I mean, obviously Trina is um like I like to say she's a pacifist and she's, very loyal to her friends and family. But also people know Trina has to be like, I'm gonna get you if I gotta get you, I'm gonna
Right.
check you if I gotta check you. And I guess for Bonnie in this role, it took her a minute to check somebody before she, felt like
Mm,
she could. And it took some, I'm gonna just say mowing over her before she could say, you know what? I'm not taking this anymore. And I think maybe that's the difference, maybe the speed at which it came. But I think a Black woman is a Black woman. And even though we are different in
mhm.
many ways, we still can like feel from each other. We
Right.
can still pull from each other. We can still understand each other. And it might be little tweaks here and there that is not to the fullest grandiosest feeling, but I think we could still relate. And so from Bonnie to Trina, is there so much of a difference? Maybe how they choose to go along with things, but for the
Mm,
most part, the struggle was still there, you
mm.
know? So and then eventually they both came to the conclusion of like, you're not going to take something away from me. You're not going to steal my shine. You're not, and I think that's the beauty of it as well.
Oh, I love that. So, Haley, what other stories are you looking to tell as you progress in your film career?
Um, I actually have a lot of scripts that I'm excited to portray, but I think the next story I would like to tell is I would love to continue to tell like the Black women experience because I feel
Mm,
like there's still not a lot of representation in films just like solely on well, I guess there is, but I feel like anytime there's like a Black story, it kind of like relates to like Black social issues. There's never just like a film and like the people just happen to be Black, if that makes sense. So I
mm,
would love to continue telling more Black stories, just to have more representation and to just have like um more actor representation as well. And then I also just love switching genres. Like my past one was more of like a drama. This one that Tabby's starting as a drama romance. The next script I have lined up is more of an action thriller type of vibe. So I'm excited to just
mm.
tell more stories that mean something and just like to give more messages.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah.
dope. Yeah, I understand. Like, you see a story and it's like, oh, that's a black story instead of just maybe like a
Mhm.
story that happens, like you said, where that characters happen to be black or any race. So yeah, I definitely, or any race of color, people of color. So yeah, I definitely understand that. Um, Tabyana, how was it shooting this compared to shooting, General Hospital? Is it faster? Is it slower? Is it better? Well, not
It's
better, but you know what I mean.
uh,
I don't want to say better, but
Yeah, I mean, obviously everybody was so professional. I was so happy to be there. This is a single cam, so I'm used to working with a multicam.
Mm,
And with multicams, things are a little bit quicker, and the turnaround doesn't take as long. But that's usually with any single cam show or feature film. The breakdown and the take up it takes a little bit more. It takes a little bit more time. And then obviously the set that we had is on location.
mm,
It's not like a set that we built, whereas General Hospital is a set and it's already there and ready to go. And they kind of already know how this place that we're in for the set, they already know what shadows could be created by what lights, and they already know like if you stand by here on this wall, then you're going to take out this character. So I think what was the difference was, just figuring out how to um create the world in this new location. And I think that's, really cool too, because I've never gotten to see it that way. And being on General Hospital for now 3 years, you kind of forget that there's a single cam and that there's an art within that as well. So it was really cool to see. And then everybody was so young. And we
Because
were
you're so
all
old, girl.
well, not to say that I'm so
Yeah,
old, but I'm just
yeah,
saying like to see young creators just in
yeah.
general, like we're all probably like we're all the same age. We're like,
Yeah, you student
so
short film.
yeah, yeah, we're all the same age. We're all doing our own thing or doing our thing, and we're like collaborating together.
Mm,
Again, General Hospital, people have been there for 40 years, and that's from like actors to crew.
right,
So there's not a lot of, there is obviously young people, but there's no diversity within it. You don't see like a 20-year-old shooting a camera.
right.
But for Haley's, it's like, um, please shout your friend out. Oh my God.
The
What'd you
camera
say?
operator.
Yes,
Oh, the
please.
DP.
Yes, please tell me his name
Camera.
again.
Oh, his name is Sam.
Sam,
Shout
thank
out
you.
Sam. Shout out to Sam.
Yes,
We
Sam.
love Sam, best friend.
Sam is a beast and a half. Because he really to watch him in his element, and it's like so cool. You're watching the next great filmographer who's going to make beautiful scenes. And I think watching them really inspired me to like really keep going in my own crafts and the things that I want to do. So the energy felt different and it felt positive and it was just a lot of fun.
I'm so happy you had fun.
I did. I did have a lot of fun. I'm like, let's do it again. Next
Let's.
one.
Next one, the action adventure. We're here for it.
Yes.
Yes, it'll be the next one.
Because Tabyana, your fans are always saying they're like one of them. I had said, any questions, you want to ask her about the film, and someone had said, well, there's the Buffy reboot. Do you think would she be interested in doing a I was like, I don't know if this got to do with this film, but they want you on that Buffy reboot. A couple people
That
said
is so,
that.
I didn't even know there was a Buffy
Yeah,
reboot.
yeah.
Well, that's
So,
cool. I
yeah, so
love a
there's the
Buffy
It's a
action
reboot.
Buffy
adventure
reboot.
coming up. Yeah.
That is very cool.
Yeah, right. Oh, they want to know how was it working with Grant Hall for the both of you?
Do you want to go first, Haley?
Oh, sure. It was great. He was great. I feel like I would like give him notes and he'd automatically take it like that. And I'd be like, well, period, let's shoot it. But I think one things I forgot to mention was one of the challenging parts was finding his role because a lot of people were just busy the weekend we were shooting. So Tabby knows Grant and she reached out to him and he was interested and down. And I was like, this is great. We finally have our actor. And bringing him on set and finally meeting him. One, he's so much taller than me. Two, he was just amazing to work with and he really brought the story to life. And I hope he had fun as well. He was amazing.
Hmm.
Yeah. Grant is amazing. I met Grant actually through GH. He was another person that was auditioning to be my love interest.
So
Um,
he finally got the chance to meet
and
you.
he's finally got the chance. The boy's been waiting.
Period.
No, but we actually grew to be really great friends because of that. And I I always see him like doing short films or helping out, doing plays. Like he's literally dipping his toes into everything. So when Haley was like, "Do you have anybody?" I was like, "Yeah, Grant." And I felt like he would do it, and he did do it. I was a little surprised because he is a very busy man. Like he seems to have his schedule literally booked up for like 6 months, but he was available and he did it and he was great. He was willing. He also had a different perspective because he had been doing short films and plays for so long and just helping out in that world that he was able to kind of just help out and share his 2 cents, and I think it was he was able to make some things smoother too.
Oh, good. I wanted to say I saw some of the stills that you posted, Haley, on your Instagram, and when I first saw it, I was like, Tabyana, look, she has a bonnet on. She has her hair out because we're so used to seeing you daily on General Hospital, and we don't really get to see that part. We don't see Trina, walking around in pajamas too
Right.
often, like
Yeah.
wear a bonnet on and all those things. So that was really cool to see and see that representation. So that was dope. Um, what are some of the insights you can share as young Black women in Hollywood was one of the questions from the fans for someone that wants to, get into this business.
I think honestly just like keep going. Like that sounds so like basic, but I feel like a lot of people like give up when they hit roadblocks or when they have to find ways to work around things. And definitely like for Black women, whether you want to be in the film, behind the scenes, in front of the camera, or just in the industry, like things will always be different for us just because of whether like if we're in front of the camera, like our hair is always a different thing. Like it's not the same as other people. And I feel like just being okay with like working with new people and just experiencing new things. So I feel like as you're just still allowing yourself to keep moving forward and taking step by step and not letting other people like knock you down when something doesn't go your way or things aren't turning out the way you're supposed to be. But like as long as you still have the drive and the passion, like you'll get to where you want to be in the end of the day.
Good
Yeah.
advice.
I I agree. I mean, the other thing to add on to that is like advocate for yourself.
Yeah.
Um, really, really advocate for yourself. You are here, or let's say if you book a job, you're there. So you can speak up for yourself. And
Mhm.
that shouldn't feel like something you should be scared of or you shouldn't feel guilty about doing, because you're just as important as anybody else that's on that show. And it took me a while, and it still is taking me a while to really let that seep into my skin. But I see the power in it. And people do want you to win. People do want to see you thrive. And I think that's a good motivator for me sometimes. It's like, if I can't do it for myself, maybe I should do it for the ones that are expecting something great, and really push for the things that I see fit. And I don't have to accept everything as is. I can suggest, I can think, plot, throw out anything I feel. And if it's denied, then it's denied. But either way, it's you advocated for yourself. You talked and you said something rather than just kind of going with the flow.
Yeah, and I just like totally agree. Like people do care about you. Like even like the amount of love I've received on this film so far, like I keep forgetting that like people do care, people do relate, people do want to see you thrive, as Tabby said. So like it's not like you're um the only one trying or like you there's other people who can also relate to you and there's other people who are rooting for you to see you win. And at the end of the day, like that's the one thing you have to remember, you'll always have a support system in a village, even if you can't see them from afar.
That's so true. And we are rooting for you here. Were you gonna say something, Tabby?
I was just
Oh,
like giving hugs. I was like,
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, we're rooting for you, and I hope it gets to the film festivals and it gets released and we could see it because we're really excited. Release what you can, all the stills or any clips.
Absolutely.
So I want to
I
thank
know,
you
see,
guys.
they only posted the stills, and so many people were like, "Oh my gosh!" And I was like, "Wait, guys, tell me."
Yes, and Tabyana, her fan base, we, because I'm part of that, are like lethal. We will
Yeah, I'm part of the
whatever.
Tabby fan base too.
Yes, whatever she puts out, we're on it. We're like, did you see this? Did you see this?
Y'all do be quick. I don't know how y'all get some of the things that y'all get. I be like, how the hell did y'all get that? Where'd that
Yeah,
come from? I'm having to go to y'all and be like, where is this? How did you find it?
you still at the photo shoot and we posted the pictures. Tabby, are y'all here?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, "Who?"
So I want to thank you guys so much for coming on and taking the time to speak with me. I really, really do appreciate it. I know y'all are busy.
Well, thank you so much for having us and thank you for talking to
Yeah.
us today.
Thank you. No problem. Y'all have a good day.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
Thank you.
You too.